Hello, welcome to Football 360. Thanks for your company. Coming up this week, Perth Glory's Billy Mehmet joins us for a chat ahead of the team's pre-season tour of South Africa. 360 takes a close look at one of our biggest junior clubs. We've got another healthy and important fitness tip for you and all the highlights from the match of the week. But first, they're one of 4 clubs stuck in that undesirable relegation hotspot. After being promoted to the Premier League this season, the boys from Bunbury are trying to keep their heads above water and surviving in this league, their ultimate aim.
First year in the Premier League, it's always hard to step up from the first division, and we've worked pretty hard to get there over the last 10 years, and now that we're in the Premier League, we want to try and stay up there. So it's been a matter of juggling our team and I guess our coaches as well to find the right mix, and it's an ongoing evolution for the club, and we just want to progress. Coaches just haven't really worked out for various reasons, but we think we've got the right guy at the moment to take us forward, and hope to have him there long term.
I came over to just enjoy my football, to obviously see a different part of the world, to experience a different culture, and then to be asked to do something quite so full on as take over the coach's role. It was a brilliant opportunity that I was never going to turn down, but it did make it that much busier. I mean, I'm now living and breathing it every day. I'm speaking to the lads throughout the week, I'm planning sessions, I'm analysing games, I'm doing stuff like this, which is fantastic for me, but it just makes my life a little bit busier. Just trying to make things a little bit more consistent around the club, obviously remain in this league and then build for next season.
How does it go playing and coaching?
It's tricky. It's something that I've never done before, and there might be a reason why there's not 150 player coaches scattered around the world. It is 2 full-time roles, and it's something that I'm going to learn, and I've got a brilliant team around me. It's working at the moment, and I'll see how things go from here.
I don't think we'll get relegated. I think we'll be safe with a few games to go. I think it'll be a great success if we do stay up, and then we can build for next year. The club has worked so hard behind the scenes. We've had a few ups and downs, as it's been well documented. But I just think it'll be a disaster if we go down. The people of Bunbury deserve a team in the top league, so hopefully we'll do them proud. We've turned over a couple of sides. It shows that we deserve to be here by merit, and we want to stay here. We've got a lot of players that perhaps just need a little bit of nurturing, and then I think we're going to have a fantastic squad. So yeah, I firmly believe we've got the players. But there's been a lot of talk about the past, there's been a lot of talk about the previous coach, there's been a lot of talk about previous players. They're not here anymore. All we've got is what we can play with, and that's what we're going to do, and that's how the club has to move forward.
Our goal has always been to make sure that we stayed up in the Premier League, and that's still our goal. That hasn't changed. We've got the new facilities coming up, hopefully ready for next season, and if we've got the good facilities, we want to make sure we're playing in the Premier League. If we can keep picking up points at home and the odd one here and there away from home, we should be safe.
Well, unfortunately, the news wasn't any better for Bunbury after losing to ECU Joondalup in round 16, but Bunbury's loss is ECU's gain. And joining me now is ECU Joondalup's coach, Salv Todaro. Salv, welcome to Football 360. Good to see you again. Now, a 4-2 thumping over Bunbury in round 16, as I mentioned. It's a good win, but you need more of those under your belt, don't you?
That's right, Peter. It was good for us to get that win. Those 3 points took us level with Bunbury and with Armidale, and overtook Western Knights. It's been a long time coming. We've been down the bottom for many weeks. The boys played really well on the weekend, and now it's up to us for the next 6 games. We need to get a minimum of 9 points, and then takes us to 23, and that hopefully may be sufficient for us to stay in the Premier Division.
I buy this week because of the semi-finals in the Cup round, but then you've got Armidale away down at Alfred Skeet Reserve. That's going to be a tough game.
All the games for us are really tough, but that one, especially because we're on equal points with them, it could be one of those ones where those 3 points could mean the difference between staying up and getting relegated at the end of the year. So big game coming up.
When we caught up with you earlier in the season, you mentioned that it was going to be a tough year. Is it tougher than what you expected?
It was a tough year, but I must say also enjoyable. The boys have worked really hard all throughout the season, and they're still working really hard. These are the type of seasons that, you know, you, as a coach, you wish you don't have, but when they're here, you enjoy doing it because you try and pit yourself against everyone else and try to make things happen.
All right, Sav, we wish you all the best for the rest of this season. Well, two other teams vying for a top spot at the other end of the table, Inglewood and Athena. Ashley Morrison has the highlights from the match of the week between Inglewood and Floriat.
Round 16 saw Inglewood United, who've lost just one home game this season, host Floriat Athena, who'd lost just once on the road. Floriat created the first real opening. Geddes fed Roberts. He surged upfield and tried his luck from long range, but Devon Spence was down quickly to smother his effort. Inglewood's first break came soon after. Good interplay between Alex Canigia and James Samet released Jason Colley, who crossed to the back post, where Jovic laid the ball back, but the final shot sailed harmlessly high. At the start of the second half, Inglewood were well on top, and a good break down the right from Canigia saw him take the ball to the byline and clip it to the unmarked Jovic, but his header lacked power and direction, and Jack Allen cleared. Good anticipation from Smith then launched a sweeping counter-attack for Inglewood. Jared McNally to Canigia, and first time to Richmond, who looked up and picked out Samet at the edge of the box, but his well-struck shot was saved by Effie. In the dying minutes, Floriat had a chance to snatch all 3 points. Boy played in Mickey Roberts, but only a fine save from Devon Spence coming off his line quickly denied him a goal. And that was the only game of the weekend without any goals. Bayswater City knocked 4 past relegation-threatened Armidale thanks to an Andy Reali hat-trick, while Sorrento, after going 2-0 down, capitalised on the Western Knights' mistakes and turned the game around to win 4-2. Joondalup also scored a 4-2 victory over fellow strugglers Bunbury Forum Force, thanks to a brace from John Thornley and goals from David Foster and John Higgins, while in the Sunday fixture, Perth and Stirling Lions played out a 1-1 draw. That means there's no change at the top of the ladder, although Bayswater's win pushes them 1 point behind Floriat and Inglewood, and Sorrento's win sees them leap above Perth. The bottom is extremely close with 6 rounds to go, just 1 point separating the bottom 4 teams, and goal difference could decide who is relegated. There are no league fixtures this weekend as it's the semi-finals of the State League Cup. Inglewood United take on Balcatta, who will be looking to make the final for the first time in their club's history, while in the other game, Floriat Athena will be looking to keep alive their dream of a double-winning season as they face last year's winners Sorrento, who are looking to defend a trophy they won for the first time in 2011.
Addiction starts with a choice.
Billy Mehmet is about to jet off to South Africa for Perth Glory's pre-season tour. 360 caught up with him and he gave us his thoughts about the season ahead.
Last season we had a great season. We obviously started off well and then we went through a bit of a rough patch, but we got it right towards the end of the season, and to get to the grand final was a great achievement for the club. We're all looking forward to Brisbane, the first game, because obviously what's happened last year with that decision obviously killed us. As I say, this season's a new year and we've brought in a few new players and hopefully they can gel and make the squad stronger. My personal goals, obviously I scored 7 goals last year and I just want to build on that and hopefully achieve more goals and just play consistently, and if I can do that then obviously I'll be happy with that. The move to Perth came about through my good pal Shane Smeltz. I was obviously playing with him in Turkey. Got in contact with him after things went a little bit wrong in Turkey and he obviously told me to try the A-League. And then Fergie gave me a call and invited me over. and I signed straight away a year contract, and it was a brilliant season. Obviously I was delighted with the way it went for myself, and obviously for the team as well. I was rewarded with a new 2-year deal, so I was delighted with that. But Perth itself is a beautiful place. It's got a lot of nice beaches, and it's got a lot of things to do, which it's a little bit different to the weather back home in London. So I enjoy that. It's going to be a tough season, but I believe with the squad we've got, we're good enough to obviously go one better than we did last year. And I'm sure if we do that, then obviously it'll be great for the club, great for Perth, and obviously great for the city.
Hi, I'm here today to talk about lateral bounding. It's a compound exercise using all major muscle groups through your legs, so your glutes, hamstring, your quadriceps, and of course your core. Adding power and lateral movements trains the body to de-accelerate and change direction and momentum quickly and safely. So you're bounding to the left, you're pushing through your knee to the next side, left. So what I'm doing is moving to the left side, pushing through my heels, back to the next side, and keeping my core very tense. You can progress this exercise by moving forward in a 45-degree angle. Since lateral bounding is a unilateral movement, it helps to keep the leg balanced rather than favoring the dominant leg. Join us next week for some more football tips brought to you by Good Life Health Clubs.
One club that's built a solid grounding on grassroots football is Melville. 360 took an inside look as to why this club has attracted some of the biggest numbers in the state.
I've been the president now for 6 years, which is about the longest serving president we've had. The only reason I'm here is because I love the club, and we had an agenda many years ago to get into Saturday football again, and which we're doing that now. We've got state league ladies, we've got state men. Our whole point is to have as much participation as we possibly can. The whole club is made up of about 51 teams, plus around about 200 rue-ballers. Now the rue-ballers are under 5 to under 9s, about 65 teams. We want to develop the children and the kids as much as we possibly can. You know, the kids that really enjoy it and have, that love the club and love playing, that's what it's all about. We practice zero tolerance with parents and with playing, no bad behaviour. You know, we stamp that out completely. We feel that we try to give every kid a chance.
The goal is initially to get these kids to have fun and enjoy themselves. Once they're enjoying themselves and we start to develop them, we'll develop them towards the state league, and if they improve to be more successful and they go to the Glory or overseas, and then that's benefit, like a good benefit from our club. And what's good about it is that we can hopefully bring more players through as well as we progress and develop along the line. I think the more successful we get, the more we should be able to attract.
Before we go, a big congratulations to former Sorrento junior Zach Gilsonen, who's just been signed by football giants Barcelona. The 9-year-old was born in Dublin and scored an incredible 7 goals in a trial with Barca. His opportunity to trial with the Glamour club came up after he was scouted in Perth by a former Barcelona player. And that wraps up another busy Football 360 for this week. Thanks for watching. You'll see us again next week. Bye for now.